Boa noite, TRICOLOR. Welcome back to another video on channel Fluminense in English. My name is Zan, sou TRICOLOR, e sou gringo. And today we've got some really interesting news. From travel issues affecting the squad, to lineup boosts, injury updates, and even a surprising long-term transfer rumor. So without wasting any time, let's get right into the video. So we start today with something that usually goes unnoticed, but can actually have a real impact on performance. Preparation time. Now Fluminense recently returned to Rio de Janeiro yesterday, but due to logistical complications, the squad ended up losing an entire training day. And this wasn't planned, and it meant that the coaching staff had to adjust the schedule on the fly. Now at this level of football, even one missed session can make a huge difference. It affects tactical preparation, it reduces recovery time, it limits the coach's ability to fine-tune details before the next match. And for a team like Fluminense, which is often competing in multiple competitions at the same time, rhythm is everything, as we are competing in the Brasileiro, Copa do Brasil, Libertadores, all before the World Cup. Now, maintaining consistency in training is just as important as what happens on match day. And reports also suggest that this isn't just a one-off issue, and depending on fixture scheduling and travel demands, similar situations could appear again in the future. And that makes internal planning and squad management even more important going forward. Now moving on to more positive news. Fluminense has received a welcome boost ahead of their squad ahead of their next match against Chapecoense. Both Facundo Bernal and Jefferson Savarino have returned to training with the squad and are expected to be available for selection tomorrow. This is very important for the team because both players bring different but equally valuable quality. Bernal offers balance in the midfield and helping with defensive coverage and stability, typical volante duties, and Savarino on the other hand brings creativity, dribbling ability, and the unpredictability in the final third, which can unlock games. And the return gives Zubeldia more tactical flexibility, especially when it comes to shaping the midfield structure or adjusting the attacking rhythm during the match. Depending on their fitness levels, they could either start or be used gradually from the bench, but either way, having them back is a big advantage for Fluminense at this stage of the season. Now you may recall that both these players were preserved for the match against Operário due to physical issues. They weren't feeling well. Now they are back. Now another important update comes in the midfield with Nonato. The player is now getting closer to becoming fully available again after his recovery period, which is great news for squad depth and rotation. Now Nonato isn't always the main headline name, obviously, but let's be honest, he is much better than Otávio, someone who shouldn't even be touching the field for Fluminense anymore. Nonato actually understands positioning, and he helps in both defensive and offensive transitions, and gives the team flexibility in how they build their play through the midfield. Now right now, the coaching staff is expected to bring him back gradually rather than rushing him into the starting lineup, but that approach makes sense, especially considering how important match rhythm is after returning from time out. Still, his return adds another decent option to the bench at a time when games are coming thick and fast. And now we move into something more speculative but definitely interesting for fans. There are reports suggesting that Hulk could potentially become an option for Fluminense in 2027. Now at this stage, it is very important to stress that this is not an active negotiation or any confirmed interest, but it is actually more of a long-term possibility being discussed due to contract timing and the player's career stage in the future. By 2027, Hulk would be nearing the final stage of his career, but he does remain one of the most physically dominant and experienced forwards in Brazilian football. Even at that age, a player like Hulk can still have a massive impact, especially in decisive matches and high-pressure moments. For Fluminense, a signing like this will not just be about goals, but would also be about leadership, experience, and having a player who has already performed at the highest level, both on the continent and internationally, especially since we lack someone with proper leadership like Felipe Melo Marcelo. In my opinion, though, I don't think we should be signing him, especially because of his age and the high financial burden he carries. But what do you guys think? let me know down in the comment section below. Now that wraps up today's video to see TRICOLOR. Now I want to hear from you guys in the comment section below. How much do you guys think missed training days affect performance at this level? Are Bernal and Savarino key to stabilizing the team right now? And would you want to see Hulk at Fluminense in the future? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. We will be back with content more consistently again. Now my name is Zan, sou TRICOLOR e sou gringo e até mais. Vamos fluzao, vamos ver, vamos ganhar muito esse ano.